What's up, guys? There we go. About a 5-second delay. Not bad. Let me turn this fan off behind me. It's pretty loud. How y'all doing today? Happy Friday. Markets closed Monday. Just start marking up our levels. What's up, Scott? Let me put this in performance mode. How do I do this? Let's that down. All right, start marking up our levels. Yesterday's lows, 40.95. 40.95, 4,100 can be very interesting if we're able to get back up into that 4,100. It held during market hours, broke below. Hold on, I've been doing this. I've been doing the I need to save this. I think I've been picking what color did I have? Go with a green. So go with the green and we'll do dots. That's how I'm gonna do it. Save as YDA. So hopefully they get a switch where you can actually label it. So we always watch yesterday's lows. We're opening up below yesterday's lows. So are we going to accept new sellers below yesterday's prices? Or always watch the mid, the half back of yesterday's prices. And we do have a daily. I'm not going to do a box. I'm kind of trying to keep my charts a little cleaner. So I'm just going to do array right here. Do daily supply. Okay. So definitely watching if we are able to get back up into the 4,100. You know, we broke below, pretty strong sell-off. I was snapping here. We closed right at it. Open, close just right below 4,100, but that's it. Broke down of this 40.85. So we're watching 40.85, 40.95, 4,100. This area going to be interesting. Let's mark our overnight lows. I'll move this box out. I don't have any overnight highs. Overnight highs were at 18, 18, 18. So overall, small range during overnight session, nothing special. We do have previous month high at yesterday's POC. So if we do recover a little bit back up there, that's going to be another interesting spot to watch right here at 4110, 410. Yeah, 4110, 4109. Looking at the bigger picture, we still, you know, if you want to consider, we had this bull flag. Then I erased this top part because we kind of broke out of it, kind of broke in. Broke out, broke in, broke out, broke in. You know, we can head to that bottom of it. We still have FOMC lows right here to get to fill in, and we do, you know, that filled in here. We don't have any fair value gaps below, except for down here, you know, sub 4,000 right here. But we are making it a little decent. Tap it bounce. I think 4077 is the gamma flip. So let's watch that. SPY. Oh, let's look at NQ. NQ, we're going to have at 12.4. 12.45 is going to be a very interesting spot if we're able to break up to it and either reject it. Definitely going to grab some puts. You can tell this 12.45, pretty decent. Support, resistance, support. So that's probably 4,100 on ES. Definitely watching that. NQ, kind of this uptrend, just tapped it a couple times and dropped. Let's look at the daily. So I mean, I think we're still ranging. We're still, you know, in a pretty decent range. As long as we stay above this 12.2, I think we're still in our range. Weekly candle does not look good. We're still, you know, if we do end, we could have a double inside on the weekly. That's pretty interesting because that's just, you know, showing a huge move. And with ES, so we could have a double inside, which, you know, inside candles are just consolidation, just showing that a move is going to happen. Monthly, last month was inside. Well, it's not different color. Pretty solid bearish candle here, forming, you know, top wick bearish. There's that sell, but these are monthly, so a lot of time to take on that one. SPY, this upper wick, which is yesterday's close, so definitely watching this area, previous month high. Usually these weird candles go to dark pool level, so I think this is a special print that they sold last night. So definitely watching possible rejection on SPY about 408. QQQ, kind of the only levels I'm watching on QQQ is back down low. Is this $1.2 billion 293.05? But the only problem is it came in at 131, so they technically could be out of it because they already they could have gotten 7% on 1.2 billion, so that's pretty solid money. We'll just go through some other tickers. 910. Watching VIX. Is VIX gonna hold 20? If we do keep climbing, definitely watching this 21.98.22 level. We do have former spots, definitely tricky to get to, but VIX above 20. So if we do want to push, let's see if VIX get underneath 20. Dollar index starting to come down. Apple still holding 151. Apple, I got my Apple swinger, not really too worried about it. I already had a good average out on it. Still holding that 151. 151 is definitely a huge spot for Apple to stay up. AMD, probably going to take an average down on this one. Actually came down to, you know, we stayed in this flag. Actually came down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit longer. Possibly take an average down with like a 77 stop overall on this. still not really 100% saying we're going to completely sell off. I think there's a move coming. It's going to go either way. Not really trying to be biased towards one direction on it, but Amazon's just in no man's land. Google, I was watching 97 yesterday. You guys joined my pre-market. Had a nice, decent push above 97. Nothing really happened. And look at resistance, and then fell. So holding last week's POC, very interesting. I might look at Google calls possibly a week or 2 weeks out with a kind of maybe a 93.69 stop. Or if I really want to get really risky with the stop, kind of that 92. If we do want to, since we're still range bound, definitely want to see us, if we are range bound, we're just going to go back up to the top of the range. Meta, I really haven't looked at Meta. Let's see what's doing since I used to love playing Meta, but I haven't really recently. So I'm not really not looking at Meta. Microsoft, I'm holding out those longs, kind of broke below that 263 where I wanted to decide to average down or get out, but it's long. So something that long, all it does take is a good average down, and then you're back in the money, back profit. So it's kind of just a waiting game of what to see here. All it takes is one just perfectly timed average down, and you're in profit again. Nvidia. Make a little reversal. Definitely want to watch the 220 to see if we get back up to that 230. Yesterday, I was kind of watching that 230 level to see if we broke and retest. We did not. So that's 3 resistances off 230. Definitely going forward, 230. Well, that's a scout wick. So definitely, 230, 230, 230. Definitely going forward. Keep your eyes. Set your alert. And go ahead and set my alert for 230 on the video. Ooh, these alerts are different. Video crossing in 230. Kind of made them a little fancier. You guys can hit that like button. I appreciate it right now. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Definitely. I've gotten it down to only like a 5-minute or 5-second delay. So I definitely, I still want to get a new computer. I was going to wait just to start live trading to get a new computer. This extended weekend, I'm going to work on a lot more graphics and setting up how I want to run this, and definitely start doing this more often. I used to do this pre-market. I used to love it. Tesla. Shorten the video at 230. I mean, I don't like, you can, what the game plan I do. So what I like to do is wait for the break and retest. This is what I wait for: the break, the retest, and the continuation up. That's the way I trade it. You can take the rejection, but you're basically trying to guess that the stock's going to reject that level. So, by taking a rejection off a level, you're kind of over leveraging. You got to go more, and I don't really like taking level bounces unless they're calls. I don't know why I don't like taking puts, but what I like to see is kind of the break and retest. You can tell how important this 230 is. But of course, we've hit it three times. So the more we hit it, the weaker it's becoming. Crude oil. Let's look at crude, and then we'll hit Tesla. Crude's taking a hit. It's still a waiting game for me. Just cannot break this downtrend. This area, I was waiting for kind of a breakout of the downtrend and see if we could hold this, 83 level, kind of use it as support and continue up. Just can't do it. Crude. Where are we at now on the fib? Right in the golden zone. Kind of bouncing off 76. This could be a 4-hour rally-based rally. But they're down because of news. I didn't really read into the news. Crude is good with technical analysis, but you always have those news events that kind of throw it off the one direction. I just see it's down. I don't really see why. Barking comments coming in. But for oil, kind of like the upside to it right here. I mean, you have that fib retracement from that swing high to swing low, and then a decent base here before it pushed up really strong. But I haven't actually traded oil in a long time. Tesla. So Tesla, if you follow, like I tell people, you don't need certain dark pool people to get dark pool levels. But there's this 216 million up here. Not really a lot. I like to see 500 plus million on the big tech stocks. But was at the highs. Could have taken shorts there. Uh, 217, 218. Watching kind of this level. If I can extend this left. Just put a line there, just line. Resistance here, we rejected it here, we broke above, retested it there. So are we going to be able to push that 206, push up, and then reject? The main thing is trying to just keep an open mind about a lot of things today. Yes, still make a decent push up. So these are overnight lows, overnight highs. Let's go ahead and look at the overnight mid. I always mark that up. I should have an overnight one too, but I don't want. I like to label it. B overnight mid 40, 79, 75. 40. So right over. But you can tell overnight mid, pretty solid resistance here. Kind of broke above, a little hold of support. OPEX, here's OPEX. So this all expires today. Of course, the bulk of it's going to be already expiring right at 9:30 a.m. settlement. PM SPY's got 198 billion. SPX has 215. Normal stuff. Non-SPY ETF. Wonder what that is. A probably all the other ETFs. I don't know. And 308 billion. So $185 billion worth of options are set to expire today at close. I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, don't trade OPEX, don't trade FOMC." They're a little riskier, but I like the moves we get. Will I be doing any option alerts? Yeah, we're looking for certain options. We're watching SPY. Oh, hold on, I gotta do my right up. We're watching SPY, previous month high, kind of this 408 level. Yesterday's close, kind of yesterday's support. See if we get a little rejection off 408. If we do break above, test and hold. Want to see if we're going to stay below previous months. Previous months or not, but Apple holding 151. AMD probably going to average down my AMD. Google, I kind of want to grab Google longs. We're holding last week's POC. Definitely want to see it get back up to that 97. And Tesla, we're watching possibly that break above 202 to push into the 206. You got to remember, people who took puts overnight, first thing they're going to do is take profit. So when you're taking profit on puts, we're going to see a little push. So you always got to keep in mind. We had this huge drop, overnight, where really a lot of stocks aren't that down, so they're gonna want to take profit if they grab Tesla puts up here. The best thing to do is to take your profit open. So with a bunch of people taking profit open, you you could see a little squeeze because obviously someone's buying what you're selling. But also something with options, a little tricky. We do have OPEX and the market is closed due to President's Day on Monday. So we have a lot of profit taking or manipulation can happen. got 4 minutes to open. But definitely watching yesterday's overnight highs, green lines, yesterday's lows, 4,100 all here. See if we're able to establish more selling underneath what we already sold. So I always like to say, watch overnight. Yesterday's lows. Are we going to establish yesterday's lows as a resistance at 40.95? Because the main thing, we had the selling, strong selling. Are we going to be able to have that continuation of the selling? So the interesting Roku up pre-market. So look at your green stocks pre-market. Roku coin was, but went green. DraftKings had earnings yesterday, so that Riot Mara. So with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin overnight was green. I'm sorry, I'm kind of trying to make a double, trying to move up. We're open. So aggressive selling. Apple showing a tad bit bounce. There's Tesla right off 200. Let's see where SPY is. Yeah, Tesla strong off 200. That earnings yesterday.